Hello friend, it is your weird creative makeup artist pal Cat Sketch to bring you guys another makeup video. Today we're going to do kind of a chit chat, get ready with me. I found this look that is going around Instagram, kind of viral, by Baby Leska. I hope I'm saying that name right. She's a Houston, Texas based makeup artist creator, and this look has been so gorgeous with the hearts, and I really want to recreate it. So that's what we're going to do today while talking about anxieties of random things that I find anxious that other people may not. And that first thing being Valentine's Day. This is a Valentine's Day look. It's coming up. Valentine's Day feels like so much pressure, and I do not understand it. As I get older, honestly, sadly, I want to say, Valentine's Day and Christmas just does not feel the same, to the point where it kind of feels like just something that corporations invented so they could get our money. But me just saying that sounds like a bummer, you know? Like, I don't like to think of it that way. But in this economy, when everything is skyrocketing in prices, people are losing their jobs and not getting paid enough for the jobs they are doing, you really look at the value of a dollar and what's important. To me, personally, let me put this hair in a clip because it's bothering me. What makes me feel more loved and cherished than a holiday is honestly random thoughts and acts of kindness. Like, when someone's working overtime, you get them some food and their favorite drink over an entire Valentine's Day getaway with expensive, extravagant stuff and food and hotels and diamonds and jewels. Do not feel as important to me or as loving to me as like, oh, I was out shopping and I found this thing in your favorite color in your size that you've said you've always wanted and I just thought of you. Like, that to me seems so much more better than Valentine's Day. But I feel like we've all had like real Valentine's Day dates, and it's so anxiety ridden to me. Like, the idea of like picking a special day, a special outfit, a special hairstyle, makeup, a special food, and a dessert, a special gift. Like, that feels like so much anxious pressure to me, honestly. Like, I would rather just be home in my pajamas eating a pizza, watching reruns of Catfish with someone. As sad as that is, like, I already have so much on my plate and I have to get ready in extravagant ways for work that honestly, like, on my days where I'm taking a break and relaxing with my loved ones, like, I don't feel like getting all fancy and like thinking of so many plans when I have to think of so many things just for work, you know? That just might be me. I might be a special case. But even like the selection of cards, I don't know what it is about card shopping in general, makes me so highly anxious. It doesn't have to be Valentine's Day card shopping. It doesn't have, it's like especially birthday card shopping, even Mother's and Father's Day card shopping. Like, I'm grateful I have a mom and dad to buy that stuff for, but it's like, what if I mess up? What if I get a card that I only think is funny and is not funny to the person receiving it or not funny to the people in the room? Oh my gosh, the anxiety when people read out loud cards to a room of people. Oh my gosh, just like slap me across the face and spit on it, because that is so just as like excruciatingly embarrassing to me than reading my card that I personally wrote to you out to a room of people. Oh my gosh. There's so much pressure and anxiety coming to cards. I wish like there were futuristic cards, so where they played little virtual cartoons instead of like having to write down all these words. Like, ooh, what if we could pay cameos in a birthday card, but it wasn't like a whole ordeal like Cameo is. We could just pick out future things. Maybe I'm living too much in 2065. Just card shopping, I don't know what it is. Like, there's so many. I get just as nervous about picking a doctor's appointment or dentist appointment than I do cards. Like, I would rather pick out a book or a movie. And movies can be daunting, especially when you're in just more than you to pick out a movie. That could be daunting. I wonder if I'm realizing all this now though, because of quarantine. Like, I feel like this pandemic has changed me so much that I get anxious over more things than I did, but I try not to let it affect other people at the same time. Absolutely love this foundation. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. I think it's one of my new top 3 all-time favorite foundations. But Valentine's Day, oh my gosh, what if you get a candy that like isn't their favorite? What if they're on a diet and they don't really eat the candy? Yeah, what if they're on a diet? What kind of candy do you, there is options, but a lot of people don't know there's sugar-free options. And most of the sugar-free candies, honestly, will make your butt leak. TMI, but honest to goodness, it will. I remember I used to get so anxious about Valentine's Day that even when I do have a boyfriend on Valentine's, I would go on Tumblr before my whole entire existence, my Tumblr and a lot of different websites of mine got hacked, that I would go on Tumblr and like post hilarious, like comical Valentines to people, because I know what it's like to not have a loved one and feel so lost and alone on Valentine's, and it's kind of soul crushing sometimes. And I think that's why I don't take it seriously, because we shouldn't have these corporations have us by the chokehold to make us like, you should be falling in love and buying all these chocolates and having your boo and go on extravagant expensive dates and pay $55 for a lobster dinner for your loved one. Do they even love you unless they give you the flowers and your favorite candies and show up to your doorstep with your favorite flowers? It's a lot. Another thing that I see more as a red flag in people, like, I'm not even just talking about people you're potentially wanting to date, even be friends with, just people in general. If they are tweeting complaints or making whole entire videos complaining about, like, at a company about something, it gives me so much anxiety, because like, I hope that they try to figure that out in person before like using whatever platform they have to like figure out that type of customer service situation, because it feels like some sort of entitlement that's just weird. I don't know what it is that gives me so much anxiety about people that use their Instagram following, their social media presence to get what they want. I know there's a lot of injustices. If it has been like affecting your dog, family member or something, that I understand that, and they're not like, you've tried so many times to like complain or get a hold of customer service, that makes sense, and I see that as fair game. But if it's something that's so minute, like someone forgot to order french fries or something, I don't understand the need to tweet at McDonald's about it, you know? It just seems weird. But that just might be me. It just feels like red flags, like here's your red flag, city to me. But that just literally might just be me. It feels very much like the boomer generation who goes on Facebook saying, I don't like how you support BLM. It just feels like that kind of energy sometimes if it's minute. Now again, if it's affecting your loved ones, your child, your dog, your family, and you've tried to reach some sort of customer service for no avail, that is different. And if you're trying to bring awareness to like a really shady bad thing, totally different than like, I'm not ordering from you anymore because you forgot to put a strawberry in my drink. Grow up. Literally grow up. Like if you're complaining about something that's like a store policy change that affects everybody, like unless you actually work there and you're just a customer, like you can't really do anything. People that do that give me so much anxiety. Now I'm wondering if I should do bleached brows or not. Because the original artist, beautiful, did bleach brows. But I don't know if it'd go with my dark hair. But then I saw this picture and I really wanted to do bleach brows. We'll think about it. Now, I did not have heart-shaped stickers or tape, like paper tape, like the original artist had, that they made heart-shaped stickers. So I got Sharpies with Christmas stickers. You know, little stickers you put on your package, say, this is from Santa to Kevin. That's what I used. So that is what I'm going to use. And tell you about how I'm anxious about glass, plastics, and wood. First of all, wood, I heard somewhere like if you get a toothpick stuck in you or something, they can't really see that on x-rays. Is that true? Makes me anxious just thinking about it, because your body, wood like absorbs your body's fluids, so it's hard to find it on x-rays. That just sounds truthfully terrifying to me, and like something I wouldn't want to do. And you all know, if you've been following me for a while, like my fear of glass. Like I'm so scared of broken glass, shattered glass, because one time at Universal Studios, I was there for my birthday with my friends, and there was literally glass in my food, and they weren't gonna do anything about it other than give me more food. Like honestly, it was a whole shelf of baked items. I took one and there's glass in it. They should have just honestly thrown out all that food. I hope no one else got hurt that day. I honestly did not know what to do. I was in my soup. I was thinking I was only like 22. Did not know what to do. I was so lucky to have friends who stood up for me, but did not know what to do. So I'm terrified of anything glass now. Even just like some, especially glasses breaking in the kitchen. I'm so afraid of it getting in my food. Even glass, like I have so many phone protectors on my phone, like glass protectors, the glass like cases, but then the glass protectors are made of glass most of the time, and that scares me. So I'm scared, like if I have a broken case or even the broken protector close to my eye, is it gonna shatter into my eye? Anxiety. Plastics, oh my goodness. I heard that BPA, you know, they're out, everyone looks out for, oh, BPA free plastic. BPA is just a chemical. They say BPA free because there's other harmful chemicals in that plastic that they just don't know or tested if it's, you know, bad or not. They just haven't tested the other chemicals that are in there that aren't BPA. Does that make sense? Gives me so much anxiety. These are the things that keep me up at night. All right, I'm gonna be using two different types of pinks for this. I'm gonna be using the ColourPop Forever Yours and My Type, these two. This one's more of a bright pink. This is more of a sherbety raspberry tone, and they're both matte. So I'm gonna start with the bright pink. I'm just doing this how the original creator did it. But for some reason, like cotton has made me so anxious lately. There's a cotton shortage. And first of all, anyone that uses like cotton as home decor makes me anxious, because like that just feels like slight to, like, what do you want? Do you want slaves? Like, why do you want cotton as your home decor? It feels weird. We don't own like farms full of cotton, especially if you live near the southern like parts of the US. Have these weird columns as your home decor and have cotton in your home decor with like farmhouse modern and cotton. It feels weird. It makes me anxious. Like, what are you trying to perpetuate here? It's weird. Or is that just me? It's probably just me. But there's a cotton shortage. I had to pay $7 for a box of Q-tips the other day. A lot of my friends can't find certain types of feminine care because they're made out of cotton that they like and use. So if you need to buy feminine care products, cotton t-shirts, underwears, now's the time to buy it, to be honest, because the shortage is really showing up here in Texas. I would try not like H-E-B, like H-E-B's where I had to pay $7 for freaking Q-tips. I would try like big box stores first, because they're gonna have cheaper prices and more available, I think. I'm just gonna get the Forever one, the more raspberry Forever Yours, and put that around here as well. Ooh, that's so cute. Okay, I like this. I'm trying to do it on this side. Oh my gosh, you guys, we've been trying to eat healthy, and so another thing that gives me so much anxiety, because I love eating this item that's super healthy when it's presented to me fresh at a, whoa, that just fell. Where'd it go? Oh. When it's presented to me fresh at a restaurant, but when I have to make this item at home, I don't want anything to do with it. Don't get it near me. I don't want to purchase it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Quarantine me away 6 feet from this item, because it's such a hassle to keep in the house and keep fresh and nice. It is Spring Mix. Y'all know that assortment of tiny, cute, pretty little lettuces called Spring Mix that everyone knows and loves and wants to buy or buys, but it just literally turns to solid mud water in your fridge in 2 days. I kid you not, 3 days if you're lucky. Like, what is it about Spring Mix? Do we just all as a society do not know how to properly take care of it? I've put paper towels in a bag, really tried to baby Spring Mix, tried to like take care of it more than I take care of myself, and it just does not survive in my fridge. It just goes bad before I could even eat the thing. It's such a pain in the butt. It's such a waste of money and time. So I just stopped buying spring mix altogether. It makes me so anxious if someone tells me I've got spring mix because it literally lasts 2 seconds in your fridge. And the time it takes me to watch every episode of one season at Agretsuko, the spring mix will be dead. This is so crippling for my anxiety and terrifying at the same time, but have you ever seen what birds' ears look like? I'm sorry I subjected you to this. It's one of the worst things I ever found out about this planet. Birds' ears are so disgustingly horrifying. They're probably up there with, like, you know when people have like sinkholes? Yeah, sinkholes and birds' ears. I feel like I come in contact more with a bird than a sinkhole. Sinkholes give me anxiety when I learned what those were, but birds' ears, like, I'm creeped out by birds now. Why did TikTok show me this picture of this bird's ear? I'm so upset about it. I'm sorry I subjected you to it. But that's just been birds all, is that every bird? What kind of bird is this? I think it's every bird has this freaking ear. How is that an ear? Isn't an ear a physical piece of the body and not just an absence of a body part? Like, that looks like just his ears missing. I don't know what, but I hate it. That's what I know, I hate it. Speaking of birds' ears, things that are empty feeling that terrify me. Deep sea videos, I'm one of those people, whatever fear this is of the deep ocean, I forgot, there's a specific name for it. I think I have that because these types of videos give me so much fright. I'm so glad that Titanic, the movie, did not show what lies beneath that much. I mean some, but that was just as frightening part to me and creepy is seeing the deep sea videos. People see them with fascination. I see them with fear. Like, it's like a horror movie to me. And recently I asked you guys what's a fun deep sea video game, because that's like a scary video game concept to me. And there is one, and it's so terrifying. It's called Subnautica. I bought it. I need to play it more because I got stuck on my first try. But you basically like discover new species and your ship just like got in a wreck, so you're abandoned on the life vessel and you have to find food, fend for yourself, find shelter. It's crazy. And there's like creepy like ocean creatures you have to deal with, all types of stuff. Like, me and my boyfriend really love deep sea squid documentaries. If you know of any, leave them in the comments below. But they're scary to us. That's also why I like, me and my boyfriend love that movie, was it Mega Shark? With the guy from, I forgot what it was called. The transporter guy's in it. Do you know that transporter guy is like, isn't he like, was a professional Olympic swimmer? But that's also it. That Subnautica game, new games give me anxiety. Like, there's so much of the unknown to it. It honestly feels like going to a new school sometimes when it's like the really intense games that have like so many good ratings and trailers that cost so much money that everyone's like, you have to play this game and everyone's obsessed with. That gives me anxiety. Because growing up, I was one of those kids who like, I was really bad at video games. I was the only girl on top of it in a family full of boys, so I would just watch them play it. And then when I would play a game, they get so annoyed with me because I would have them help me beat the hard parts. So sometimes they would just take the controller and beat the hard parts for me, and I sound like a baby, but I kind of just liked watching people play video games because I was so bad at it. I think also video games, sometimes my mind races during it because it's like, oh, you should not be relaxing and doing this. This is a waste of time. You should be being productive and working and creating art and doing house chores and cleaning instead of doing this. You don't deserve it. Oh my goodness, making time for meetings or anything, like say you want to like have a meeting every week with like a knitting group or a painting group or something fun, like maybe you want to learn how to do archery and there's a class for archery that meets once a week. So much anxiety. Am I gonna be late? What if I forget? I remember I get so much anxiety over that when I was in like baseball as a kid and volleyball. I was so anxious about being late to anything and missing out on anything or saying the wrong thing and no one would want to be my friend. Even though in likelihood there's so much more chance of making friends in that, because It's not just one other person you're usually meeting with in situations like that. There's like 12 other people. But what if like out of the 12, none of them want to be my friend? See, anxiety. Oh my goodness. This could also go with meetings, but another thing that gives me anxiety, because sometimes especially when when I lived in California, there is not always a parking lot. You're lucky if there's a parking lot that you don't have to pay for. So there's a lot though of parking structures you have to pay for, and parking structures give me so much anxiety. Do I have enough cash for it? What if I cannot find a parking spot? What if I get stuck because there's such narrow spaces? What if I'm stuck in there late at night and like someone's stalking me or trying to pull something on me in this parking structure? Why is there no security here in this parking structure? What if the elevator like doesn't work in this parking structure? So much anxiety. So it's easy to just say I get a lot of anxiety from parking structures. Similar to certain movies, like I know Sleepy Hollow and the Never Ending Story. There was one time I saw Sleepy Hollow, I was super sick to my stomach, and every single time I watch Sleepy Hollow, I feel like I'm gonna get sick, as weird as that sounds, which makes no sense, but it just reminds me of the time that I was sick watching Sleepy Hollow. Does that make sense? And it wasn't even like, I've had chicken pox, I've had rare throat viruses, I've had some crazy sicknesses and infections in my lungs and stuff, but it's not even that bad of a stomach ache I had while watching this movie. But every single time I watch this movie, that's all I think about. These hearts kind of look like bunny ears to me, and I love it. This is a weird thing that gives me anxiety. Vans classic shoes with the thick bottoms. All Vans shoes have these thick bottoms, and there's something about this shoe that makes my feet hurt all the time. I cannot wear these, and one of my favorite pair of shoes are these silver Vans I have that slip off with just a zipper. So it has a traditional shoelace, but you could just unzip the side and just take it off. You don't even have to undo your laces. It was the perfect cute lazy girl shoe or lazy person shoe, but I loved wearing them so much, but they hurt my feet so bad that I had to stop wearing them. It's so sad. And every single time I see someone wearing these shoes, I'm like, how is your feet not hurting? Like, are you okay? Am I the weird one? Am I just not from this planet to where these shoes just don't work for me, but they work for everyone else? Oh my goodness, another weird thing that gives me so much anxiety because I eat a lot of it recently is popcorn. My favorite snack is popcorn with chamoy, tahini, a little bit of sugar, and yeah, tahini and chamoy on top of like popcorn, and I mix it in a bowl and eat it like cereal. I know that sounds weird. I have a few weird snacking habits or foods I like to snack on. That's weird combinations I could totally do a video on. But popcorn scares me and gives me anxiety because it is such a good chance of you getting like a sharp edge in like your gums or caught in your throat that it terrifies me. I feel like so many people have choked on popcorn more than, like, they just feel like such a high risk food. Now I'm just gonna get this white pencil and put it here, my little inner part to the middle of the eye. And I'm just gonna set it with some white eyeshadow. But I'm also afraid of not just popcorn, but chips. I love chips. I could eat chips for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, not get sick of it. It's my vice, my weakness, but it also stabs you in the gums. You accidentally sometimes swallow a chip without chewing it properly. It's just, sometimes I look at chip flavors and I'm like, if I accidentally swallow this, how much spice is in it to where it'll hurt my going down my throat without me chewing it? Shall we try to do the white bleached out brows? Why not? This is just the same white liquid aqua liner I've been using for the details, just as brow product on a disposable spoolie. I don't like it. Meh. I'm gonna take her off and do regular brows, and I'm gonna do little details in these hearts. But oh my goodness, another product that we consume that gives me anxiety is certain types of alcohol that's hard to tell there's alcohol in it. I'm such a lightweight when it comes to alcohol. There's a lot of alcohols that I'm allergic to, so I'm usually a wine type sangria girl, but even then, my face gets a little bloated, puffy, with a little bit of like rashiness, like bumps on my face, so that's telling me just stop drinking alcohol. But it's so hard in social events. My family is a highly drinks alcohol type family to socialize with. So that's only usually the time that I drink. I know, peer pressure, I shouldn't do it. But there's some drinks, there's certain margaritas, pina coladas that taste like literal sugary, delicious drinks. You can't even taste the alcohol in it, and those give me anxiety because, like, I'm a lightweight, like I said, and I get drunk fast. And I'm so anxious that I'm gonna be embarrassing drunk in front of people I love, and it's not gonna be cute one day, and it's hard to tell how much alcohol is in certain things. Using my favorite highlighter, Flexitarian. Now, another thing that gives me anxiety is a shoe, and it's Converse. I love the look of Converse. I've been buying Converse since high school, even though I have large feet for my height, and I think they make my feet look like clown feet. I still buy them because they're so cute, but they always tear apart right where your foot bends at the toe, and it makes me so anxious. Like, these are so cute, but they'll like tear apart here eventually. But then I wear my Converse till there's literal holes right through it, so maybe that's why. But that gives me anxiety. And leaves, not any leaves, but these certain kinds of leaves near my house that are super gigantic. They're bigger than my hand, as big as my head most of the time. And every single time I move these leaves, I get allergy attacks at night, that same night. I don't know what's in these leaves, but every time we move them, or I want to help rake leaves, like, my body just freaks out. Safety seals. I always look for safety seals on things, and if they're sealed all the way, for good measure. I'm not saying that there's people out there wanting to, like, just tamper with this specific person's food, but just for my anxiety, I always look for that safety seal, especially on food. I could disinfect an eyeshadow palette, it's fine, but I can't really wash a bag of chips, you know what I mean? Another thing I get anxious about is camping. Like, honestly, I grew up camping, but there's so many things. I feel like every group of, either if it's even family or friends, they always look for the more unexperienced camper and kind of bully them at some points. Unless that's just my family. And like every horror movie and crime scene show, I feel like starts off with camping. These lashes are in the style Mariah by Dollar Lash Club. I'm gonna do some individual bottom lashes as well. But I feel like camping's preparing us for the worst, to be honest. Like, what if we do need to live in the forest for a while and fend for ourselves? But that in itself gives me anxiety. These are medium length individual false eyelashes. Like, honestly, have you really been camping in like Yellowstone? There's wild buffalo. If that doesn't give everybody anxiety, I don't know what would. Have y'all heard about the new lip trend where you use your brow pencil as your lip liner and then gloss? So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just using my eyeliner pencil or eyebrow pencil as a lip liner. And this is supposed to be the perfect lip shade for you. Then using the cream version of my blush as my lipstick. And then you use a gloss on it, okay? And with that, we are completely done with this Valentine's Day look. Definitely check out the artists who originally created this. They're so talented and amazing work. All their looks are amazing. I'll put their link down below in the description box so you can see their IG. This was so much fun. I had so much fun ranting about my really crazy, weird things that give me anxiety but may not give other people much stress as it does me. I hope you guys had fun today and enjoyed. Again, we do videos every Monday and Friday here on this channel. We also do live shows on Tuesdays on Amazon Live. We have a PO box in the description box below as well, and an Amazon wishlist if you care to support my channel even further. Thank you all again so much for watching, hanging out with me today. Leave a comment down below on what gives you weird, crazy anxiety that may not give others. I love to hear back from y'all, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!